So, where did you get this bedspread?
Amazon?
Huh. Hey guys, welcome to Moonlight Ponderings.
Hello!
I'm Ronnie Moonborn.
And I'm Severine.
And this is the first time you see me.
Look at the face!
Don't. Anyways. Yeah, this is new.
Yeah, so little did you guys know, but our new setup is going to be porn. Hence why it's on a bed.
Her and the panda.
Just to press his belly.
Send money now, and we won't let this happen. Anyways. I feel like that was a bad joke. Leave comments below and tell us how bad that joke was. You went to sleep. I can't. Anyways. So yeah, this is our new format.
Yeah, it might not always be in this particular room, but we thought that this was probably a comfortable setting for us, and so we were like...
Yeah, well you are moving, so...
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, in a couple of months, I will be moving to another location.
We're in her bedroom right now, in case you guys didn't know.
Well, you guys have been here if you guys have watched the Crystal videos. So we're on my bed.
Don't watch that at all. I'm kidding.
You guys like those more than the regular ones.
Anyways. So, this is actually our second attempt at recording this.
Yeah, oh my gosh. The first room we were in, it's like really dark and there's wood paneling everywhere because this is an old house. And we were just like, It was distracting. It was so distracting.
Well, I mean, this is wood panel, but it's painted.
Yeah.
And it's painted very bright colors. So, I don't feel it's closed in. Whereas in there, I was having difficulty even talking. I was just like, oh my god, no. Please, let me out.
He's lucky he has me because I was like, okay, this is not working.
It was not. It was trash.
So anyway, so this is attempt number 2. What are we talking about today, Ronnie?
We're talking about rituals. The ideal way to do a ritual versus, like, how they actually tend to come about.
Well, personally, like, I've done planned stuff a lot, but I find more often than not, like, my rituals are kind of, like, spontaneous.
My best rituals are spontaneous.
Yeah. I think it's kind of just your natural intuition kind of going, hey, so this is the time that it works best for you. You should kind of just do it now. So... I don't know. That's been my experience anyway.
I have been in organized, like, I've done a few Samhains with people. And they never go the way, like, they're organized, but we never get to everything we're supposed to be doing.
Well, I think that it's kind of hard to get to everything that you're supposed to be doing anyway, unless you make, like, a big to-do list itinerary type thing, and if you do that, then you might, like, get away from the fun stuff of being spontaneous. And
I often will be like, oh, it's a full moon, I need to get all my crystals out, light some candles, burn some sage.
oh yeah, for real, like, during the blue moon, everybody was messaging me like, what are you planning on doing? And I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna have time to really do anything because I'm really busy, which I was. But then I got back that night and I was like, you know what? I think I'll put together a crystal grid and do a little prayer and ritual and things, and all will be well.
Like, I was out of town during this last full moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I think this weekend was the full moon.
Yesterday.
We're bad witches!
Today is technically still a full moon.
And today I'm gonna go home and pass out.
You're gonna be like that meme that I sent where it's like, how you want the full moon ritual to go, how it really goes, and you just light a candle and some sage over you while you're laying in the bed.
This is a fact.
Oh,
And it's... I had to get up very early today.
yeah. I was up at like 7:30 and I just kind of laid here.
6:15.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I had to go to work at 9.
Ew.
Work 9 to 5. Work
Oh.
at 9 to 5.
Okay, Dolly Parton.
I wish. But then I had to go home, get ready to come here. So I've been going all day.
I feel you though. It feels like I've been going all day. I had to go to work, then I had to go to the drugstore. Then I went to the hair salon. Yes, guys, my hair is straight right now. Don't get used to it.
I told her I was going to pour water over it.
He prefers it curly, which I prefer it curly too. But I will say it's kind of nice to be able to do this.
It won't be that way after tomorrow. We live in a humid area.
Yeah, it'll be, and I'll be like, okay.
But I love the idea of doing a planned ritual, making a circle to keep my secret space. 9 times out of 10, I'm just standing by my dresser, lighting a candle, telling the universe what I want.
I mean, there have been times the two of us have planned to kind of do stuff spontaneously, like when he's down for the weekend, and that's a lot of fun. But most of the time, I'm usually in here and I have a little table. If you guys have watched some of my tarot videos, then I've used it before, and that's what it typically is for, is like my little crystal grid ritual table.
Excuse me. I need coffee.
Yeah, me too.
I feel so much better in here.
I told you. I knew. I was like, this is gonna be the room.
Environment, on topic, is...
Environment is very important for ritual.
I agree. Oh, so much. Like, you guys actually have a little altar set up in there that you were planning on using, but never do.
We don't, and now I'm starting to think that maybe the reason is we just don't feel it in there. And I mean, not that like I don't think there's an entity or there's a dark energy or anything like that per se. I just feel like there's something.
The rooms just don't jive well.
It's like yin yang is
Feng shui.
off. Feng shui is all off.
I don't know. I know nothing about feng shui, so let me not even get started on feng shui. See some of the comments. Well, actually, this and this is about this on feng shui. Here's the website, which I mean, I'm down for looking at a website.
I judge you. Judgmental panda.
And Panda's going on the floor for that.
Don't put him on the floor.
This is a non-judgment area.
This is a non-judgment video. Panda's not allowed. But I mean, there's been stuff I've done before that might not necessarily be a typical thing that you plan in ritual. Like, remember, I think there was one time we were sitting there and we had the incense sticks, and we were actually like going around the crystal grid that we made, and then when they burned out, we used ash and kind of drew on like. Was it paper or what was it that we used?
Probably paper.
Probably paper. Probably paper. I mean, we kind of just went with it and we didn't necessarily like get caught up in the what you're supposed to do. And I think that that's always just better.
I haven't done a ritual in ages.
I know, like the last one I did was probably the last full moon before this one. I didn't do anything for this full moon either. We are bad witches.
Well, I mean, if you don't feel the need.
And I think that's the thing, is like, I feel like it's nice to kind of have a thing that you can do, but if you don't feel like you should, then there's probably a reason for that.
Well, I mean, there's also people who are very dedicated to their faith. And I've always been, while I take my faith seriously. God, my tongue is swole, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I know I sound funny. But, I take my faith seriously. But I am very, like, relaxed with it, too,
I think relaxed is better for us. Not to say, like, if you're not relaxed and you want to kind of have a itinerary of things that you're doing and things like that, then I think that's cool, too.
I admire it.
Huh?
I really admire it. Like,
yeah, I admire it, too. But it's just not, that's not where my life is right now that I can do something like that. I think that's part of it, too. Like, for Ronnie, like, he's not where he can, like, do stuff out in public and, like, well, I'm not really where I can do stuff in public, but I mean, Firechild and I, we kind of
you have a whole house.
Yeah, we are on the same page.
I have a small space, so.
Yeah, he's got a room, like, just a room.
In my own little corner.
Did you just Roger and Hammer stuff?
Alright, look, in case y'all didn't know, I'm like 5 times gay.
You guys don't know, but we show tune like all.
We're such queens. It's okay for us to say that. You straighties out there. We love you though.
Yeah.
But no.
They're probably sitting there like, well, what is Severine? I'm technically pansexual, if you guys have ever wanted to know. Just to be open about it.
She gets really off walking at frying pans. Just looking at them. No. That's not what that means.
Cook me a stir fry, I am yours.
We just went from... Anyways, back on topic, rituals.
So...
Children, I'm sorry if there's anyone young watching this.
It'll be alright. We didn't say anything bad. But that doesn't mean we won't.
Anyways, back on
rituals,
topic.
Yes. So I feel like for the most part, I kind of just go my own way, and I'm not really like on a set guideline thing, and I don't feel obligated to be, and I don't feel necessarily bad that I don't do stuff. Sometimes I wish I had time to do more rituals, just because.
I will say I wish I did more of the full moon rituals. I do feel a little bad. I'm like, oh, I neglected to do that.
Well, it's more not so that I didn't do it so much as like, oh man, it kind of puts me in a good place after I do it. Like, the energy just feels really nice to me or whatever, or, I feel the positive vibes.
It's almost like there's a magical build-up.
Yeah.
And you need to do a ritual to, like,
yeah.
let it out.
Release.
I really... Guys, I'm so sorry. My tongue is, like, really swelling. I didn't do anything to enjoy it, either. Like, nothing's pierced.
Let me see. It is kind of swole.
Yeah, it's swole.
I just have a large tongue.
I
can do this.
Freak. I can do this.
I can't do that. I can't curl my tongue or roll my R's. Sorry, pants.
Oh, there's a camera here. I should show them. But, like, I'm not used to the camera yet, so if I'm not looking in the camera enough, Give me time.
We're used to talking to each other.
Give me time.
But we'll look into your souls very creepily.
Oh, you're in the arms of the angels.
That was the tear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think we spoke a lot about rituals right now. We did not come prepared, guys.
Well, we should talk about maybe some of our personal ritual experiences.
That works.
We'll talk about some good ones, and we'll talk about some bad ones. So, what is the best ritual you have ever participated in?
It was one that kind of confirmed that this is real to me.
Aww.
Me and Firechild, I think we might have spoke on this one before, were doing an almost like a banishing ritual. I can't remember so much what happened. Stuff was going down.
Shit hit the fan?
Yes. But it was me, Firechild, and a mutual friend. And they asked me, hey, you have a good grounding presence, can you just be here? And like, put up a guard or whatnot. Well, they got into something a little bit that might have been out of my league, and I just felt, I looked at their locked, mind you, it was locked, balcony door. It opens up and a gust of wind just surrounds me. And I just felt this surge of power. It was my coming to Jesus moment with paganism, I guess you could say.
My coming to Jesus moment, but with pagans. Worst experience.
I was in a ritual when I felt like the person with me wasn't being sincere. So I felt like I was wasting my time. It happens.
I could see that.
Alright. What was your best experience?
I've had a few. Gosh, see, I really like I said, the energy. But my best one was in here, and I had my table set up, and I put my cauldron out, and I grabbed a candle, and I dressed the candle, and I lit the I actually poked holes in the candle with a needle and wrote my name and what my intent was and things like that. And then I started to burn the candle, and I started to burn some herbs, and was actually naked, like, and but I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that just anywhere. And I kind of just meditated while all of the energies and all of that was going on, and I had some music playing, and it was just the right kind of setting, I guess. And I would say that that's probably one of my favorite ones. Something about it was just very uplifting, and through my meditation I found out a lot of like self-related things. But you were talking about when you knew, and I kind of knew before my first ritual that I was going in that direction, but my first ritual was actually the one that we did for Samhain. And they kind of just sat stuff out, and they let me just do what I was going to do.
I really liked watching that, actually.
You did?
I did. I enjoyed watching that one.
Yeah, because I asked questions, but, you know, Firechild was just like, do what feels right. There's no way it has to be done. Just do what feels right.
It was almost like a baptism of a witch.
It It kind of was. I mean, it kind of was. It's funny that we're making all of these Christian comparisons.
Well, that's what we're used to. I mean, we both come from strong Christian backgrounds.
We do.
So.
We do. But that doesn't mean that we are. We're just saying, like...
I have nothing against Christians either, so...
I don't have anything against it. I have an issue with...
You'll see when you edit the video. I'm not going to tell you.
See, now I don't remember what I was saying.
I'm sorry. You were saying that you don't have anything wrong with Christianity. It was...
Forcing someone to believe the same way that you do. But that's any religion. That's not just Christianity. It does seem that in our area that there are a lot of Christians that do that.
Bible Belt.
We do. So there's a lot of Christians. So it's not really a fair comparison to say a lot of Christians force their opinion when you live in an area that's primarily Christian.
No. Like, we live in an area, there's not a lot of synagogues. I couldn't even... Fayetteville? Not trying to give a location like that, but...
There might be one in Fayetteville. The one synagogue I know of, and I actually have a friend who's Jewish, is in Whiteville or Wilmington, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And the one that I know of is actually located, at least last time I went, and it's been quite many years, they were a shared space with a church because they held synagogue on Saturdays. So the church was friendly with them and said they could practice their beliefs on Saturdays.
That's nice.
But they were Messianic Jews, so they believe in Jesus as, the Messiah. So there's other aspects too, so don't think that they're Christian. They're not
She knows a lot about Judaism.
I do. So,
to be fair.
So it's not the same. It's not saying they're Christian Jews. It's saying that because they believe in Christ, that's probably why the church was cool. I mean, I would assume.
But, what were we saying?
Rituals.
I
didn't say my bad experience.
No, you didn't.
Did I? Oh.
Phew, so that might have been present for it. Hope it wasn't, but...
The worst experience that I had was when you passed out during the one ritual. And that was just worry, like that wasn't...
Oh, I get you, because you were still very new into the whole thing, and... Okay, full disclosure, Firechild gets really into her rituals, which is an amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she was hitting her singing bowl, and it just got a little intense for me. Like, I think I was too into my feels, to be perfect. Sorry, y'all. I was too much into my feels to, like, ground myself.
Yeah.
And it got a little intense, and I just felt scattered. That's the best way to...
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't that it was anything necessarily bad. It was just, like, being next to a speaker, kind of, sort of, that's playing really loud, where it's a lot of amplified energy, and so you're a little overwhelmed by it.
No, I mean, there's no negative, nothing negative at all.
No, but it was concerning to me because I was still fairly new.
Just was like, what's going on?
And I just remember kind of like trying to concentrate energy into like helping Ronnie.
But meanwhile, I'm over there playing volleyball with Thanos. That's how far away I was.
So yeah, that was my worst experience, just because I was worried about you. But I mean, for the most part, I can't say that I've had terrible experiences. I think Well, no, the only other one I can think of is when we used the Ouija board.
Oh, yeah, the spirit board. And
Mm-hmm.
we had a negative run-in. Which is why I'm not very fond of spirit boards. I'm not.
You should be extremely careful with spirit boards.
Because you just...
Full disclosure.
You're opening a channel and things can come through.
Well, even when you're being specific, it's kind of like going on a dating website. Anyone can message you. Anyone can message you.
It's a good analogy, though. I like that analogy.
It is, and then you have to kind of sort through what is acceptable and what is not. You know, whether or not it's someone who,
At least you can't get sent photos through spirit board.
This is true. I guess they could send you, like, through dreams.
Still, though. There's versus, like, you're dreaming and you can't control it, and versus you go to check your inbox and there's genitals. Like,
In your dream, you're just gonna see, like, the sloppiest and nastiest penis ever, and then you're gonna hear this creepy voice that's like, tits are GTFO.
thank you for that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I knew you needed it.
I mean... This is where that unconditional love comes in, and I'm like, oh, you say some weird stuff, but I still love you. But, I mean...
Well, you know I'm weird. He's used to it now.
It's caught me off guard.
What, tits or GT?
All of it! Just all... You put a penis in my mind, and I'm just like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, what if the spirit made it like a really creepy talking penis?
Will you stop?
Like a really...
How is that going to talk about the male genitals?
Like a really screwed up puppet.
No, stop! Stop! What's wrong with you? Nothing to do with rituals. Nothing at all.
We were talking about spirit boards.
Oh,
And how
gosh.
spirit boards
Do not send unsolicited genital pics. I'm trying not to use derogatory terms.
Penis?
Not so much that, but
Okay.
like, you know, duck pics. But switch out the U. For those of you who are illiterate. Ha! Not really. That's mean. That sounded so mean. I'm sorry. I take it back. I take it back. I'm not laughing. And Ronnie just made a bigger space in hell. Oh.
I'm seeing floaters.
Oh, that did sound terrible. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, because as soon as your reaction happened, I was like, I said something a little effed up.
It was wonderful. My bad. Oh.
Apollo have mercy.
Apollo's like, don't you call on me. Apollo's like, you get 2 days detention.
Puts me on ignore.
He's like, I'm gonna send you some creepy penis.
Stop! Oh my gosh! The energy in this room is so much better though.
I know.
However, that's again, I don't like dealing with spirit boards like that. I think we used it like one time.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of energy. Like, before we used it,
My phone is not on vibrate.
We staged the whole house. You know, like all of the entryways, all of the exits, everywhere. And then we saged the board.
And then still,
Yeah.
like, I would say buyer's remorse for that board almost. It's just like...
Well, not buyer's remorse.
It's a pretty board.
It is a beautiful board.
It's galaxy printed.
My thing, if I were to mess with the board again, I feel like I'd want someone who actually knows more about boards, just because I'd feel a little bit safer.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't even really get the thingy-mabobby to move.
The planchette.
Yes, that word.
Well, we did, but it was like, when it was moving, it was, you know how you're supposed to kind of like be gentle with it.
We had to like put some muscle behind
Yeah.
it, and so it felt not natural.
No, it was a bad day.
My belly's rumbling.
Yeah.
But I'm liking this room.
I'm feeling it too. This is kind of nice and comfortable.
I'm feeling all bubbly now. That laugh.
I feel wonderful after I made a terrible joke about illiterate people.
On that note,
Aww.
I guess, because it's looking like our battery about to die anyways.
Oh.
Yeah. Guys, take care.
Yeah.
We might be shooting another video, so don't be surprised if you see us in the same clothes.
Yeah.
Don't judge. I'm talking to you.
I can't.
You know who you are.
I mean, like, I think I filmed all of my pagan challenge videos in the same clothes.
Didn't even give the illusion.
No, I didn't. I didn't. A lot of my crystal videos are filmed on the same day too, but I mean, whatever.
Speaking of pagan challenges, I need to get on that.
Yeah.
Looks super duper hot.
I need to edit some more. See, guys, we don't just procrastinate on rituals. We procrastinate for everything.
Yay! Alright, I guess we'll talk to you guys another time. Bye.